Hello and welcome to another episode of Big Red 440. So today we're just going to be doing some general maintenance on this car. It's a 2007 Chevy Impala. It's my car my daughter drives. It's making some noise in the rear end. Sounds like it could be the brakes or it could be just something loose. I don't know. But I'm going to show you what I do to check it out. It might not be the right thing to do, but it's what I know how to do. So here we go. I guess the first thing I gotta do is get this charger out of the garage. Switch things around. This hasn't been started in a couple weeks since my son went back to Japan for the Navy. So somebody's having fun. You might have heard it when I was backing in the garage there. Pretty sure it's coming from this side. So, next thing to do is get her up in the air, get the wheel off. I get to try out a brand new impact gun that I just bought at Harbor Freight for 18 bucks. See how that works. And let's get to it. Alright, well, let's get this thing up in the air and on jack stands, and we'll get the wheel off. Let's see if we can figure out where that noise is coming from. Flip it. up in the air, I set the emergency brake to hold the axle in place, and yeah, it doesn't do a lot. Try pushing it again to see what happens. Nope, no emergency brake. So like I was saying, I went and set the emergency brake because I already got it up in the air on the jack stand. There we go. No emergency brake. So I guess I got to put it back down on the ground so I can get this wheel off. Jack stand back out of here. Gently let this down. Break the bar. Safety on this thing. All right, there we go. These lug nuts are really rusty. All right, one more bit left on there. Let's get that up in the air. Last lug nut off. Okay, so I got the wheel off. One thing I see is my muffler shot. No wonder the thing's so loud. But I think that might be part of the rattle we hear. The whole exhaust system is loose. Brakes. They make a little noise, but they're not real bad. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this off so I can get a closer look at the pads. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so to take these brakes apart, I just got two 14mm bolts here that I got to take off. Then I can pull this off. And then if I need to, they're probably 13mm. There's two more that hold the bracket on that holds this on that I take off to get the rotor off. So we're going to get started with these. Hopefully they're not too bad to get off. Oh, that was easy. Get out. Oh, you son of a bugger. I'm gonna have to use the ratchet on that one. Alright. See that one stud's already been replaced on here. And that was the first one I took off, and that one was cross-threaded. Oh, what the hell? I might have to get new lug nuts. One of these fit on there. Jesus. Nope. That's got to be the wrong thread on there. Let's try it like this. Guess not. I guess we'll just soak it down with WD-40 when we put them back on and see if they go on any easier than they came off. God, everything is just stiff in this car. You know what I need? I need an air ratchet. Or a battery ratchet. Do they make those? No. First thing, I guess I'm gonna go shut the emergency brake off. I don't know if that'll make a difference with anything, but since it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Jesus. How long is this bolt? Looks like it has a torque screw in there holding it on. Got it. Oh, sir. That's why. Pry bar. Why the heck? That is different. I've never seen that before. That one doesn't have that tip on it. Okay. There we go. Alright, well the pads are still good. Alright, so obviously that's not. Oh, that might be just the dust shield scraping on here. Let's see. What the hell is that? Maybe I'll just take the pads off and take a listen to it without the pads on there. Alright. Guess I'm gonna have to take that rotor off. I gotta figure out what that is. Right there. Need, I think I need a 13-inch socket for that. Yeah, 13 millimeter socket. Alright, now we got that torque screw. Hope that comes out. Still can't see where the scraping's coming from. Back of the rotor looks okay. Alright, so oops. Okay. Alright, a hammer. Got that. Alright, I think I see where the scraping's from, right here. Looks like the emergency brake is junk. It's missing half the pad here. I bet you have to take the axle off to get this out, don't you? Yeah, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pry this sucker out. It's probably not the right way. Get that piece of shot. Something like that. So, I'm sure somebody's laughing at me right now, trying to take this off because I don't know how. Do I have to take those out? In there? I don't want to do that. I do it without the e-brake since it doesn't work anyway, so let's just try prying it out. Scraping's gone. Alright, so I guess I need to replace the e-brake on this because, well, it seems to be junk. So what I'm going to do, since it doesn't work, I'm just going to delete the e-brake on this car. I mean, maybe it works on the other side, but there's really, it's an automatic. I mean, there's no really any reason to keep it. So, all right, let's get this back in there. Is it this one? Okay. And, I mean, you can comment and say what you think about me just deleting the e-brake on this thing, but to tell you the truth, I mean, I only paid $1,500 for the car, so and it only gets driven about maybe 10 miles a week. I will probably replace that muffler though. Might take that into like Midas for that. So, look at that, the sound is gone. Yeah, that's just rotten. Whole thing is just, what a hinky setup. Alright, shiny. So, let's go ahead and put this bracket back on here. Down more. There we go. All right. Son of a bitch. Okay. Well, this clips back on. So we got the pads back in. Like I said, they didn't really need to be replaced, so now we're putting the caliper back on. So this one's in. Which one was this one? That was in the bottom one. Top one started first. Everything's going in. This is what I want in here. I need an air ratchet for something like this. So now I know that removing the emergency brake, you know, it's not textbook, but I mean it's not going to hurt anything. So I don't think I've ever used it on this car anyway, so it doesn't matter. So it's probably why it fell apart, because it never got used. But if that fixes the sound that I've been hearing back here, it's good for me. So this brakes are probably good for another 6 months or more. You still turn. Alright, I'm going to soak these down with some WD-40 before I put the wheels back on. Alright. Still tough. Doesn't look that bad, but I mean, are they just warped? I guess. If it's just those lug nuts or if it's the studs. Yeah, it's the studs. I'm not gonna tackle that today. I'm just gonna put them back on, you know, with the wrench, impact wrench, and actually, you know what, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna put them on with the, God, even the new one does it. Alright. Maybe I'll soak down these two. Maybe it's just rust. Except for this one, we ain't got no rust on it. Alright, let those soak for a few minutes. We'll get it back on. Alright, so let's get the jack stand out of there. Get that wheel back on. Up first. putting the wheel back on. Turning. There we go. I'm going to tighten these with my battery powered impact wrench. It's not quite as, doesn't have quite as much torque, and then I'll torque them down with a torque wrench. I'm going to let it down so there's no pressure on the tire. Alright, now the torque wrench. So I like to torque them down to 105. I think recommended is 100. Alright. Alright, so let's get these torqued down and do a little road test. See how we did. I can't get my socket off. So for those of you that watched my video on doing the charger brakes, you'll know that I broke my other torque wrench trying to get the wheels off of that car. So hopefully. Really down more. There we go. So I tighten the star pattern so that it equally distributes the tightness. I don't know if that's actually a thing, but that's what I was taught. You know, 40 years ago when I started working on cars. Alright, so we got those tightened. Now, I'm just gotta gently let it down. Take it for a little test drive and see how she does. Okay, so we'll be right back. Alright, well that's going to do it today. Got the sound out of the brakes anyways. Don't know if I'll go back and replace that because we don't really use the emergency brake on that car. It's an automatic. Don't really need that on an automatic. And it's not like the old days where if you had a stick shift you needed that. So, remember to click subscribe and the like button, and thanks for watching.